Hi and welcome to 100% Club. Today I'll be showing you how to get Royal Spymaster on Dishonored 2. The location is all chapters. What you need to do to get this achievement is to collect all the journals and listen to all the audiographs on the Dreadful Wale throughout all the times you return to the Dreadful Wale. I'll be showing exactly how to do each chapter, where to find the things, what you need to listen, what you need to read. And at the end of this video guide you will get your achievement.
The Duke's probably not back from Dunwall yet. If we're lucky, the Hollow. You're up. When you're ready to talk, I'll tell you what I know.
Dearest Emily, or must I say, your Imperial Majesty, I have something that you and Corvo must hear at the first opportunity. It concerns the murders happening across the Empire, committed by this so-called Crown Killer. When I left Bristol years ago, I swore I'd never again take part in any further political matters. I've done my share of bad things, and some good, before and after the Rat Plague. But here in Karnaca, I've uncovered a terrible conspiracy against you. Here, at the bottom of the Empire, the cobblestones smell of death and corruption. I'm staying with an associate, Meagan Foster, aboard her vessel, the Dreadful Wale. We'll leave for Dunwall in the morning, as soon as the tides are willing. I keep thinking of the way sweet Jessamine was stolen from you and your father, and I fear it might be your turn to face such turmoil. I know Corvo would protect you with his life, but please do not trust anyone.
There you are, old man. I was asked to pay you a visit.
Wait, what's wrong with you? Meagan!
Off we go, Sokolov, to somewhere more private.
We've been en route for 2 weeks. I hope Sokolov is all right. Wherever he is. They say up in Tivia, watch the faces of those who bow the most deeply, or some such.
Jindos wanted me to help him with a rather complicated problem. It would have enabled him to make his clockwork soldiers at a fraction of the cost. Meagan is out in the city, but I'll explain.
So the Royal Protector is headed into the Dust District. Corvo says he hasn't been back in a long time. I can't blame him for that. According to Sokolov, he'll be trying to get into Aramis Stilton's house. Not easy. I've tried. Stilton was a friend. Even as a mine owner, he was a good man who came up from working people and never forgot it. I went looking for him the night he disappeared. But the house was swarming with the Grand Guard. I showed them what I was worth, but it cost me. I'll live to see that score settled.
I can't believe it's taken this long for someone to go after the Duke. Another aristocrat boss, living in a palace and sucking the marrow out of the same people who built it.
Empress Jessamine herself once offered me a suite at Dunwall Tower, complete with a laboratory, the finest apparatus in the Isles. I declined, of course. I'm not some
You could
conjurer
always
from
count
penny
on the
novels.
backing of Dunwall's finances and
I have a
me.
great fondness
Maybe
for my
without
prize.
that, you would have developed
My
a healthy
interests often
respect
find
for
me
the
coming
people of
and
Sokolov.
going in the odd
View
hours
of the
of night.
executioner's block.
It's hard
It's been a
not to
fine
consider what
motivator for
might have
many a
been
ruler.
different had I plotted a different course through my early years. Was there something I might have said or done when Delilah was my apprentice that could have prevented all of this? Or is character a fixed star we must all follow in darkness?
Now we're going after the one who started it all. The Duke himself. I forgot the thrill of it. Planning drop-off points and picking the approach. Thinking about the best ways to kill somebody who lives behind high walls. But with the excitement, there's a black echo that comes back to me for what I did at Dunwall Tower. If anyone deserves killing, though, it's Duke Luca Abel. I've loved a number of women, and even a couple of men. But I've never loved anyone like my Deirdre. After I left home, those first years on the streets, she's all that kept me from the bottom of the river. I could sleep on a pile of garbage under a leaky awning as long as she was there with me. Sharing a tin of potted meat or a bottle of brandy that we nicked during the day. The Duke and his little brother came through Dunwall. And Deirdre and I got in their way as they stepped out of their fancy coach. The Duke goaded his brother, calling us wharf roaches. And it was the brother who swung the stick that killed her. Splitting her skull, there were wooden gazelles on top of the coach. And I snapped one off and drove it into his eye, as deep as it would go. Deirdre was already gone. Dead as a doornail. Lying in the muck, staring up at the gray Dunwall sky. On the run after that. I was hunted by the City Watch and even members of the Grand Guard up from Serkonos. People looked at me like I was cursed, spitting whenever before I got close. Everyone knew I'd bring trouble. Even the gangs. The Duke's brother has been dead for a long time. But now's my chance to get back at Luca Abel for setting him off against pretty, young Deirdre. Nothing was the same for me after they took her away.
I hadn't killed the Duke's... Hey, there you are. I wanted a chance to talk. I made a vow I wouldn't come back here. Twice I've broken.
Must admit, remarkable what Delilah's accomplished, coming from such a background, taking the throne.
No one will ever know exactly what it took to save Emily Caldwin from a living death as Delilah's puppet. No one except the outsider, who watches everything and thinks his own dark thoughts and speaks to few in any generation. I've learned that our choices always matter. To someone. Somewhere. And sooner or later, in ways we can't always fathom, the consequences come back to us. I came from Serkonos to Dunwall as a boy. Made my living as a killer. One of the few who've heard the outsider's voice. I murdered an Empress, but saved her daughter, who will one day rule the Empire. Those were my choices. I'm ready for what comes.
The situation with the Duke is behind us. Let's not forget that small detail in all this. Drunken despot.
I'm still aboard this creaking thing that Meagan calls a boat. Anton Sokolov.
I doubt
once
my
the
apartment
designer
on Caldwin's
of mighty
Bridge is
ships
as I left it.
thrown against the malevolent ocean and large enough to heave the great leviathans aboard, thrashing and
When this is
spilling their
over,
lives
I might
blood
visit the
across
Academy of
decks.
Natural Philosophy
Majestic ship,
and shock them all.
swift with luxurious
Assuming
cabins,
it still
fit for an
stands.
Empress. Where are those vessels now? They're far too important to carry an old man like me. I've been abandoned by my own creations. But maybe that's the way it should be. Haven't I been cruel, selfish? Perhaps I should be forgotten, consigned to the junk heap. Maybe I should die at last. And there's a chance I will. This final escapade. To Dunwall, then. We'll see what's left of me.
If this video guide was helpful, please smash that like button so that more achievement hunters like you guys can get the guides they deserve and get back on track to 100% completion. If there is any game suggestions that you want 100% completion guides of, please leave them down in the comments below and smash that subscribe button so that you can get notified when I release them. And I'll see all of you guys on your next achievement hunt.